Hello. For those of you who may be watching, I don't really expect anyone to really watch this. I'm just really um, recording this for myself. But um, I'm happy and willing to share because if it may help me, it may help someone else. Um, but anyway, my name is Sparkle Williams. Um, I am recording this as a documentation of my journey um, through a lot of things. Um, it's just a, a transitional time in my life, a shifting time. I'm going through um, a lot of things physically, spiritually, emotionally, um, dealing with um, everything from health issues to grief to um, career and ministry um, decisions and um, coming into myself in ways that I hadn't expected, and um, I'm excited and scared and all these wonderful and crazy things all at the same time. So I just wanted to document the journey because the journey is important to me. I think that God reveals and teaches us so much in the midst of the journey, and we can get so much caught up in where it is that we want to go that we miss the journey in it. And the journey is so important. Um, there's so much in the process that um, can be transforming for the people in our lives, the people that we come in contact with. Our testimony is in the tests that we go through in our journey. Um, so I just wanted to document um, that journey. Um, this is autumn. So we'll start with the health thing. So um, I decided that this would be a good time to start documenting because yesterday when I saw the doctor, she um, decided that maybe we should try something new. And so what we're getting ready, well, what we're doing now is starting with a 3 week cleanse where I remove, where I remove um, all wheat, soy, dairy, and nuts from my diet. And after those 3 weeks, I will start to um, one by one add those things back to my diet and see how they affect my body. If they affect my body in a negative way, then I know that I'm sensitive to those things, so they will be removed permanently. Um, if they don't affect my body, then I know that I'm not sensitive to those things and that I can continue to consume those. Um, the biggest challenge I know for me will be the wheats because I am like sugar fanatic, and I know that sugar is like a weakness for me, and that comes, stop it, that comes a lot of the times in the form of wheat products like the cookies and the cakes and stuff. So um, it's gonna be a challenge, but I'm up for the challenge. I also spoke with a new but very good friend of mine and mentor who is gonna help me a lot with that part of my life. Um, she is that's what she does. She helps people with wellness and health and in a God centered way. And um, she introduced me to this. Can you see it? It's called Juice Plus. There are three of them, and um, she just started me off with some to sample. It's kind of expensive for me right now because money is tight. But I think that it's something that if I can find a way to be able to get it, that it will really be beneficial to me in a huge way. It's nothing but fruits and vegetables, like exactly what the body is in need of, that we don't get enough of, and it's just in its purest form. Um, and it's just, it feeds the body and gives the body the blood, the brain, the bones, everything exactly what it's been asking for. It's like really going back to eating from the garden. So, um, and I really believe in it because her testimony is just, it's so powerful. She um, was on 7 medications 22 years ago. She started taking this, and she went from being on 7 medications, having these heart problems, and um, like the next resort was surgery, and she went from that to being off of all medications and just living clean, healthy life on Juice Plus. And so I'm excited about just trying it out and seeing how it affects my health and helps me, um, and just growing in relationship with her and um, having somebody there that really cares about me and wants to help me and is praying for me and with me in this thing. So I'm excited about that. Um, the um, the last couple of months have been more difficult than I expected, grief wise. Um, and I really believe that's because this is when I expected things to be transitioning. Like, when you are pregnant with the child, you have plans. You have all these thoughts and hopes and aspirations in your mind. And so when I was pregnant with Logan, even after I found out that he wasn't the healthy baby that we expected him to be, with everything that they told us, I expected, well, he'll be sick and he'll be in a hospital for a while, but a few months down the line, he'll be coming home and we'll have to deal with some things, but he'll be home. Well, this is around the time when I expected, and in my human mind planning, that he would be home. So I guess that's what makes this time harder for me. But I still trust God in it all. I know that grief is not this linear thing where you go from point A to point B and you go through these 5 steps and it's over. That's just not what it is. Um, Grief is, you can go through all the stages in 5 minutes. Like you can go through all of everything and none of it, in it just, it's ups and downs and roundabouts, and you just go through it, and you it has nothing to do with how you trust God, or um it's a part of life. It's grief, and there's nothing wrong with asking God why, and there's nothing wrong with leaning on God in ways that you've never been able to, or never thought you would need to before, and crying and moaning, and all of that is just, it's just a part of it. um and he expects that. Like, we have to understand that he grieved, so he knows what we're going through, and so we go through it, and me and Desi and the kids, step by step, and it looks different for all of us at different times. Um, but it's it's a beautiful and difficult and heartbreaking and crazy and just everything process that is never ending, because it's always there. Like, for the rest of our lives, we we will grieve him because we will miss him. He is a part of our family that is not with us. So until we are reunited, we will grieve him not being with us. But we have hope in the fact that we will be with him again. So that's where our joy is. Stuff it. That's where our joy lies. We can rest in that. Like, when it's all said and done, I'm gonna be with my baby again, and I'll be able to love on him, and he'll love on me, and we'll be as it was supposed to be. So, um, that's that part of it. um, Spiritually, things are, a lot is weighing on me. Um, I just feel like I got a lot of work to do. And there's a lot that I want to do, and I'm trusting God to just open doors, um, and show the way. Um, Spiritually, he has opened me up to where I have been lethargic, and where I didn't fully trust him because I couldn't see it, you know, and so I just held back until I saw something, and um, I wasn't, just like I don't drink enough water in my daily life for my body. I wasn't drinking enough water for my spirit in the Word of God. I was drinking water. I was reading my Word just like I would, but I wasn't really diving in like I used to, because um I just stayed away from really getting my hopes up, and getting on that spiritual high that pushes you to want to just take over the world, and a lot of elements contributed to that. Just a lot of heartbreak and church hurt and um, um, confusion and just not knowing what the future holds, and um, being that we've transitioned to a new place, and the rules are different, and not really knowing where I fit. But um I trust God in it. I really do now, like never before. And he's put me on a study of the book of Jeremiah, which is like just the first chapter. Oh my God, like my brain. So I'm loving it, and there's tears and all of that, but he's just really opening me up to myself and what he's doing in me. And like, look, girl, like you can't hold back. This is who you are, and this passion is real, and it is like fire shut up in your bones. So if you try to hide it, if you try to do whatever, it's just gonna be a problem for you. So you gotta be who I made you to be. And just because that doesn't look like what you expected it to look like, doesn't mean that I'm not moving. So just trust me in it. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm trusting him in it, like 100%. Um, I'm, and I'm looking forward to, what he's doing. Like, he showed me myself 7 years ago on that stage preaching his word. Like, that's going to be, he showed me myself with the books and the plays, and that I'm going to be in the arts and preaching, and that's what I'm doing. So um, I don't see it fully now, um, but I know that the pieces will come together, and it will make sense in the end. Like, I don't have to see the whole path. I see the vision. I see the what it's gonna be, and I see where it is now, and he's just gonna lead me to it, and I just have to trust him in it. Like, it's real, and it's all over. Like, between my writing and um speaking. Like, I really believe that he's going to plat give me platforms worldwide too, and it's gonna probably gonna come out of the writing. I don't know, but um, where I can just teach people what God is teaching me in a real and practical way that is just helpful and inspiring, and like, okay, this is real, and I can do this. Like, I can really um be the person that I am inside, and not what the world is telling me I have to be. So that's the the vision and the goal, and God's gonna see it through. Um, the family life is good. The kids are beautiful and wonderful, and the hubby is awesome. I mean, just like any family, we have our ups and downs, and it can get really rough, and especially in the grief. I mean, our patience isn't what it should be, and um we are more easily triggered than we would have been before. But God is helping us in that, and I think that um, He's gonna show us, you know, more of ourselves, and um, He's helping us to lean on each other and Him in that. So it's gonna be okay. Um, what else? What else? What else? Um, so the book. That's the big thing. The book. The book. The journal. It's called the Logan Healing Journal. The premise of this journal is to give grieving parents a beautiful guided journal so they can write and experience um, their go through their experience with something that is they can have this on hand, like it's guided where they can just write. They may not know what to write, but it's like, oh, okay, this is where I am right now, so I'll write in this section about this, or this is what I'm going through right now. And it also is gonna have like quotes and scriptures to, just jog the mind and help them to know, where God is in the midst of that part of where they are. It's um the title is not just about my baby being named Logan. I mean, yeah, that's a part of it because is he's near and dear to me, and that's what this came out of. But the log, LOG, is the name of well was the name of the ministry that um, has been on my heart for the past 7 years. That's what I want to do with um, what God gives me, is just to let people know the love of God is in whatever situation you're in. It's the love of God. Like, yeah, but the love of God, because stuff can look like a mess, but you can find the love of God in any situation if you really look at it with clear vision. Um, so that's where the title of this book came from, because one night it just hit me that the love of God and Logan's name were connected. So LOG, the love of God, AN, after Nugget, and that's who our babies are. They're our little nuggets. They're our precious thing, our golden peace that we never want to let go, but we had to. And life after that child, that precious thing, has flown away, has passed on. What does the love of God look like after our nugget has passed away? And so this journal is just guided writing after our nugget has gone on to be with the Lord. And um, I wanted it to be a beautiful space, not just another black and white pages to write on, but something that you look at and um, it reminds you of God's love and the love of the gift of your child and the beauty of your baby and um, the beauty of the journey, even the hard parts, and um, something that is just, you know, you can write in it from now until, and you can just have it, and years down the line you can go back and look and remember those times and remember those feelings and um, never forget the journey and all the things that you thought about and experienced and yeah, all of that. So it's just something that I've put together and I'm working on the final touches, and I will present it to you guys as soon as I can. And it's something that I want to make a free resource to parents. Like I don't want it to be, oh, this is something that I want, but I don't have the money to get that right now, or you know what I'm saying. No, I want it to be like this just happened and it's been placed in my hand as a gift to me through this journey. So that's my goal in this, and I'm trying to find a way to make that happen. So pray with me on that, so that we can make that come to pass. Okay? Well, I thank you for listening and watching. God bless.